All right, welcome back to Mr. PL's with Algebra. This is Unit 2, Topic 3, and this is the last lesson, number 12, which happens to be a review of everything that you've done so far in this topic. This is also going to be used as an MYP task, so a lot of this lesson I'm going to be leaving out, but I will do the warm-up and the homework, and then talk a little bit about the project in between. Find the value of x for each of the situations. 2 to the x power is equal to 8. So 2 to the what power happens to be equal to 8. So if you remember when we did this back in Unit 1, Topic 3, yep, that's what it was. We changed the bases to make the bases the same. And once the bases are the same, then their exponents must also be the same. So 8 is the same thing as 2 to the, let's not use yellow because that's hard to see. 8 is the same thing as 2 to the third power because 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 again is 8. So saying 8 and 2 to the third power, those are exactly the same thing. And then, like I had mentioned before, once the bases are the same, then the bases can be crossed out, and the exponents must also be the same. Same thing for over here. So 27 is the same thing as 3 to the third power. Bases are the same, so therefore, whoops, too many 3's, and that means the exponents are also the same. So we got an answer of 3 again. 4 is the same thing as 2 squared. Looks like these questions are fairly easy, so that means x must be 2. Okay, so negative 2 to the third power. So we want to make sure that that works. Negative 2 times negative 2 would be positive 4 times negative 2 again would be negative 8. So that is true. So we've got negative 2 to the x power is equal to negative 2 to the third power. So that means x must be 3. So a lot of 3's for the answers here. Okay, so pets revisited. So this is revisiting a lot of those lessons that we did during the course of this topic. And these were all the constraints. We had space, feeding time, pampering, startup costs. And you can look back to old lessons to see what we had actually written. So if x was the amount of dogs and y was the amount of cats, you could say 6x plus 24y. Oh, actually, I said that backwards. So cats was x and dogs was y. 6x plus 24y had to be less than or equal to 360. So that's what you're going to do in step number 1 is come up with what were the equations for each of the constraints. Now, the new one here is profit. We didn't do a whole lot. I think it was in lesson like 2 or 3, but profit, which is right here, this is how much money that you're going to make per dog and per cat per day. So the whole point of this activity is to figure out, well, how many cats and how many dog cages should they have in order to make the absolute most amount of money over the course of the summer. So that's what this is going to be. So that one's going to be your profit, which means, you know, I don't want to give away all the answers. I shouldn't say that. But you can clearly read right here, and it tells you what to use for x and what to use for y, and you'll find your answers. Okay, so then you're going to graph them, and you're probably going to be given a physical paper of the graph because it's kind of hard to graph here on electronically. Yes, there is sort of the answer. I've shown you this before. I know that's kind of the answer for the graph, but you had seen that in a previous lesson anyway, so I don't mind showing that to you again. Then you're going to come up with combinations that do and don't work based upon your graph. And then last but not least, you're going to come up with a final answer, which is how many cats and how many dogs do you think they should get ready for, and why is that your recommendation? How much money do you think they're going to make out of that? Might be a good way to look at that. And let's get to the homework. So Jamie's buying fruit salad and potato salad for a picnic. Fruit salad costs $2 per pound, so that's potato. So let's call that X. And let's call that fruit salad is X, I'm sorry. And potato salad is going to be Y. Oh, I went back way too far. Let's try that again. Homework. There we go. Fruit salad is X and potato salad is Y. So that's 2X. Well, there's 2 possible combinations of salad. Okay, so I'm going to do it down here. So 2X plus 4Y has to be, doesn't want to spend more than $10. So it has to be less than or equal to $10. But then you also have to get at least 6 pounds of salad. So X plus Y has to be greater than at least or equal to 6 pounds of salad. All right, so there's our 2 inequalities, and we can graph those two. 10 divided by 2 is 5, so an x-intercept of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 divided by 4 is 2.5. Whoops, I don't know what happened there. 1, 2, 2.5 would be right there. All right, okay, that was not a very good straight line. I wish I had the straight line tool, but I don't on this Active Inspire. Had to be greater than that, so that would be everything above it. Instead of coloring, I'm just going to put an arrow for right now. X plus Y has to be greater than or equal to 6. I think I've messed up, actually. It was what you buy have to be less than $10. So it was below $10. So if this line represents everything that's $10, everything below it would be less than $10. The other one, x plus 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a y-intercept of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, what is going on here? It is not looking too good, because if it has to be more than 6 pounds, but also less than or equal to $10, that means no matter what you buy, there's no way. List 2 possible combinations of salad that Jamie could buy. So it's looking like there's no possible answers, because there's no way it could be above that line, because the cheaper fruit salad is, the cheaper salad is the fruit salad. And if you've got to buy at least 6 pounds, 6 times 2 is already $12. That's already too much money, no matter which one you get. So let me reread this just to make sure that we have not made a mistake here. Jasmine's buying fruit salad and potato salad for a picnic. Fruit salad costs $2 per pound, and potato salad costs $4 per pound. Jasmine needs to buy at least 6 pounds of salad, and she does not want to spend more than $10. Well, that is a big problem here, Jasmine, because that is not possible. I'm not sure what happened here. I think I might have to change this question in the future, but she's trying to buy way too many pounds of salad for $10. Maybe if she had $20, she could have some options, but for $10, there's no way she can do it. 6 pounds of the cheaper would already be more than $10, so that's not possible. All right, so it looks like I'm just going to have to leave it at that. Please don't hesitate to give me any questions. I think I've explained this question, even though it was a little bit confusing. Give it a like if it helped you learn something. And what do I always say? Oh, yeah, subscribe. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. What are you doing? Have a great day. See you later.